Yo,
Hey,
everybody doing out there? It's your boy JW3, and I want to introduce you, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in too.
the cloth talk.
Love Talk! Yo. So today I got a special guest, Chanelle
Hey,
Kazadi.
y'all know what it is? Hula game, baby.
Yes, yes, you already know. So let's just get straight to the club. How you feeling during this process, during this, pandemic that's going on right now?
I feel great. I feel like this happened at a perfect time.
Okay. So why you
That's
say
because, like, I think the thing I was doing for the past 2 years is rushing myself, and I feel like this pandemic, like, I'm still an essential worker. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I feel like this pandemic was a money stacker, and it brought out the true hustler. I was already a hustler before, but now it really brought out like the true hustle. You know what I mean? You really got to get this bag because now everybody available. You know what I mean? So that's what That's why I like drop pay stub at this time because it was just perfect. It was just perfect. It was perfect timing.
so
That's
as
how.
a as an artist right now, how is the thought process changed knowing that everything, closed down? You more isolated than you've ever been in your whole life. So how has the creative process been
I
during?
feel creative can vouch for this. It ain't stop a thing. You know what I mean? It just stopped the shows, but it didn't stop a thing. If you a people person and you a person that know how to talk and you know what you're doing and you know how to vibe out and you know how to like find a way, this pandemic did nothing to you besides make you more hungry. You know,
Mm.
that's how I see it. I feel like any creative can relate on that rapper or not, So I just feel like this pandemic, people will see it as like, oh, I can't go out, blah 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 blah. But like, look at all the money you're saving. You know, look at all like, look at
Every-
how you, look at how your mindset is now. Oh, I don't have it like that because it can be taken away like this. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
That
like now niggas gotta be. I mean, I don't know if I can say that, but people gotta be.
that cloth. This is cloth.
Okay, okay. Well, people got to be more like humble now. Like they got to realize like anything I can do really my money can be taken like that. I don't really got it like that. People
That,
realize they only have one source of income, so that's why they tripping. Why you got one source of income? A hustler got like three. Oh, something. You know what I
it's
mean?
making
Something to do.
everybody think about what they need to do for real.
Need to do to expand their brand. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So where you come from? Where you from?
I am from Renner, Ohio. I'm from
Okay.
Ravenna. I get confused with Cleveland because of how I carry myself. I'm a different cloth, but you you know what I mean. But
Okay.
yeah,
You know, know the vibes. So what would be the difference, between like, some out in Cleveland, obviously, and then Marina?
yeah. I
Was some
think I like my family from Cleveland. I'm the only one that was not born in Cleveland, but I
mm,
was always out there. So I see why they get confused. But um I feel like with me being from Ravenna, don't really stop a thing. Honestly, I feel like people right now respect the talent more than anything and hustle. Like I said, so I feel like me not being born in Cleveland, I feel like that's not stopping anything. People can't deny the grind and the talent. They can't deny it. So, it's just all due respect.
mm,
That's how it is. I feel like regardless of where you're from, it really don't matter. Like honestly, it's all about your grind. You can use that city for as long as you want for whatever purpose you need to, but at the end of the day, you could be from that city and your own city don't respect you. You know what I mean? So it's all about the grind and what type of person you are, how you carry yourself. That's how I see it.
okay, okay. So who inspired you to start doing music?
Well, who inspired me to like who always expired my expansion with varieties and different varieties and styles of music. I would say
Yeah.
Kanye, but who got me in the booth and pushed me to do it is my homie LB. We were at the trap, kicking it,
E.
partying, whatever,
Mm,
and they had a studio there, and me and the guys just gathered around, and they were making music, and they were like, "Yo, Nell, like you should get on the track. You're always freestyling." And I was like, "I'm freestyling to play. I ain't trying to be no rapper, bro."
yeah.
And he was like, "Man, cut it out." And I was just like, "Bro, like I don't know, like I just don't want to be labeled. I don't want to be labeled a rapper, because how they label rappers where I'm from, like people rap out here, but they ain't really about their bag. You know what I mean? And they ain't really putting on for the area code. So it's just like,
Well, I got some cloth for you after that statement you just made. I got a question about with that what you just said with that.
yeah. It's just people out here, they ain't really about their bag, and they just so lazy with it. They just rap. That's all. So I was just like, I don't want to be labeled because I'm from this area, and this is all they know rappers to be like. So no. But he was just like, "Yo, you don't have to be like them. You don't
That
have to be like them." And I was like, he was like, "You just doing this to see if you like it. If you don't like it, I won't bother you again." So I was like, "All right, bet." So I got on the microphone, and me and him made a banger called "I Told Y'all." Now I was spitting bars, but I didn't have my flow yet. And I wasn't knowing if I wanted to take it serious. Then when I dropped Piano Heartbreak, I made Piano Heartbreak like 2 weeks after.
fire.
When I dropped Piano Heartbreak on SoundCloud, like people were like, "Yo, I love Piano Heartbreak. I heard your song Piano Heartbreak." Like ladies was coming up to me, and I'm like, "You know what? Maybe I should really do this. Maybe this is something I've been ignoring, and I
That was
didn't want to do." And yeah, I thought it was something I couldn't do. I limited myself, and
mm,
that's where I had to draw the line when I was getting love on Piano Heartbreak. I had to draw that line and realize, like, just
right,
do it. You know?
right, yeah. So
Yeah.
get back to what you had said. So what's the difference between an artist and a rapper in your opinion?
An artist is teachable. A rapper is not teachable.
So what would be the qualities that an artist will have over a rapper then?
An artist will learn different elements in the game to advance themselves to be a powerful human being. A rapper will let someone else do that for them, like a manager or something. If like people be so quick to get managers, um, the moment they get a little bit of shine, they be so quick to get managers, and it's just like, bro, learn the game yourself, so then you can avoid certain situations. Not every manager gonna take you serious. Not every manager going to be serious themselves. So
Yeah,
it's just like you need to utilize what you got and make it your own. You know what I mean? Like
right.
my homies, me and my homies, like right now, I'll tell you right now, I'm learning how to produce. My homies is like whenever we got time and we're both in front of our computers, I'm learning how to produce. Like
Yeah.
or if I YouTube it, I'm learning. So I'm trying to be my own producer because I don't want to have to be out here paying people for something I could make myself. It's just like as an artist, you just want to learn. Like
And then
I learned
who do? At the end of the day, like who knows you better than you?
That's what I'm saying. And my friends have told me, it's nothing better than rapping on your own beats. So I want to be that person that raps on their own beats because I bet I could kill. My bars could probably be 100 times more fire if I was rapping on my own beat because I know how I really want to come off. I've been planning on this beat, and then that's that on that. And that's just what I want. I just want to expand my brain for better.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what was the moment like we said piano heartbreak, that's when you had gained your confidence. So
Yeah.
was that the moment that you knew that you could do this piano heartbreak?
I think the moment I knew I could do it was when I dropped Alter Ego. And like Piano Heartbreak like encouraged me to get back in the stew.
Alter
But it
ego
was
first tape, right? Was your first tape, right?
yeah, Alter Ego was my first tape. And I think that what made me like, yo, you could really do when I dropped Alter Ego because I was getting a lot of love on that and I had a project out and I was talking to people and I was, I had a body of work to show them. Whether it was like it wasn't greatly mixed and mastered, but what I was saying was connecting with like people who think deep and
Yeah.
who kind of experienced that or felt what I was saying. A lot of people told me like my music motivates them to be better. A lot of people told me that like it brings out the hustler in them because like they play it before they go to work, or they play it after work or something. So it's like, or they play it while at work. So it's just like my music. I've been told a lot that my music motivates people to do better, like get that money. And I was just like, that is not negative at all. Like that's real, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that I'm doing that because I'm just rapping how I feel that day or how I've been feeling, and it's crazy that the music is motivating them to get a bigger bag than what they're getting.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to hear. So yeah.
That's going into the studio. Is it like a like a Nas, with the writing, or is it more of a Jay-Z, listen to the beat and
Nas with the writing, but Jay-Z mentality. Like I
mm,
go I go in that I be writing my shit. I do. I write my stuff.
mm.
Um
A lot of
but
rap hey, a lot of y'all rappers should start writing y'all own shit too.
you know
I'm
what I mean? I take my time with it. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person. I'm not the type of rapper. And it depends. If I'm right there when the beat's getting made, that song's gonna be done literally in 30 minutes. But if you sent me a beat, I gotta fill it out. I gotta figure out like how real I want to get on it. Like if I want to play around. It depends on the vibe I'm bringing. But my thing is just like I write my music and that's why I've always gotten the credit that I've gotten on creativity because I take my time on that and I give great quality music. I try to at least, and it's always been shown love, and it's always been appreciated by my listeners, and it's always me being true to myself has expanded my listeners
mm.
because you know what I mean. I've always been true to myself, so
So
that's
it's
number one.
true to yourself in the era that kind of puts you in a box where you gotta, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say like talk about just drugs shooting people, but it kind of puts you in the box as a rapper, like as a mainstream artist, if I want that mainstream attention, I'm gonna probably more so have to rap like this.
I don't want to be mainstream. Mainstream's miserable. They got to do the most just to stay relevant. I would hate being mainstream. I feel bad for mainstream rappers. Like people constantly in your business, you can't breathe. Like everybody you date, they business out there. I wouldn't want to be mainstream. I think I just want to be a big underground artist. Like I think, I think being mainstream is they're just miserable. Like not Wiz. Wiz is like mainstream, but he like very like happy and humble and stuff. But I just feel like mainstream artists are more attacked than underground artists. Like I
Yeah.
feel like mainstream artists have like a limit on like creativity. Like they have to run through somebody else. They got to run through a label. And I feel like underground artists like they can run themselves. Like they don't have to get approval from other people or be everyone's favorite. So I think I would just want to be a big main. I would think I want to be a big underground artist, just big enough. Everybody like Tyler the Creator, big enough for everybody to know, but ain't nobody got nothing to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So what's some rap albums that you like vividly remembered that growing that made you be like, yo, I want to rap, or like damn.
Um, I would say Kanye Graduation,
Oh,
Kanye 808 and Heartbreak.
clap.
I would say Naughty by Nature.
Okay.
Um, I would
Oh,
say I can't think of the specific album names, but like ODB, like with the Wu Tang, I feel like
mm,
he like the way he expressed himself on the mic was unique as what. Um, who else? I listen to a lot of old school. Um, Snoop Dogg. I listen to Dog Pound, like no, Doggy Style, and the one with that song with those girls, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean?
all right.
Those that album it goes. I feel like he really got the West Coast vibes on that album.
Mm,
Um, I listened to the Aaliyah album,
mm.
Chris Brown album. I feel like the Chris Brown album was his best album. Um, who else? I listen to a lot of music, like Nerd. Um, like with the Pharrell's group Nerd. Um, I listen to like the Gorillas. Sometimes I switch it up, listen to the Gorillas.
So yeah, you versatile with your music,
Yeah,
man.
I listen to different stuff. I listen to Fleetwood Mac, Fleetwood. Who else I listen to? I listen to like the OJs.
Hmm.
I just did like a video yesterday with an OJ shirt with their faces on it. So I
Yeah,
listened to the OJs, I listened to Sade, I listened to Erica Badu, like I listened to Outkast, AT Aliens.
yeah,
Um,
not
I
bad.
I just yeah, I listen to different music. I just listen to because it's always about how you the vibe I'm feeling and the unique beats. You know what I mean? I grew up to that. The Michael Jackson Dangerous album, Bad, all that. Like I grew up to listening to that. So
Do do
and the
you
Ghetto Boys, too
do you
short. Too short, not what's my favorite word, not that. I'm just disrespectful too short. That was
freak,
okay.
freaky tales too short, man? Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Too Short
Yeah.
used to he was one of the first rappers that was in his bag, his
Oh
toxic.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck bag. He was probably the pioneer of that whole movement. For real. So, all right, get off of music for right now. Is it you watch any sports? You know,
Yeah,
NFL.
I'm more so NBA more than anything. I watch I watch the NBA more than anything. But the season ended. Good thing I got to go to the Cavs game before um anything. They were facing the Indiana Pacers and they won.
Okay.
So it was a good day. It was a good day.
So who's your guy? Who's your guy on the NBA side?
I would say my guy RIP was Kobe.
Okay.
I, I feel like Kobe is my favorite ball player of all time. So when I heard the news, I was hurt. I was really hurt because I had this thing where, and I think I'm gonna stop like just reminiscing on it. But I had this thing of all the people I wanted to meet when I make it, and
Mm,
just tell them how they inspired me and what they like, the impact they had on me. And
yeah,
unfortunately, Mac Miller, Kobe, um,
that was a
Prince, Michael Jackson, they all passed away. So they were on the list, and I wanted to meet them. Um, you know, and Nipsey Hussle, I really wanted to meet him. The moment I heard Victory Lap, that's what made me a fan. I wanted to meet that man, and then I started like looking him up and like looking up how he was and stuff. And I was really becoming a fan of Nipsey. And then when that tragedy happened, I was very hurt because I really wanted to meet him. I felt like me and him would have connected on a business and friendship level just because of off guidance and wisdom. Um,
it's
but
like Nip and with Kobe, with all of them that had died, but with them, it just seemed like they had so much more to give. Like it was just like it was just gone
I
so
feel
fast.
like Nipsey was going to be at a point um, after 2000, what is it, 18, 19? I feel like after that, I feel like it would have been at a point where he would have started signing artists and started
Mm,
looking for like true talent, and he was on his way. He had so much going on, and it was just unfortunate. I feel bad for his family to this day. I do.
yeah,
I do. I don't know how it is to have someone taken from you like that, and just sad.
yeah. So I see with a lot of your music, rest in peace to Nipsey, Kobe as well. Those Mac Miller. I see in a lot of your music you express like a lot of pain and you express yourself a lot. So where does that, like come from? What makes you want to express your pain, to inspire somebody or to let that out? Like how does that work?
Well, I let it out. My thing when I record on that microphone, I'm not doing it for these people. I'm not. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care. I make music for me and what I like, and I create for me honestly. And when I got on the microphone and I expressed pain, is because I felt a lot of pain growing up, and even to now, I felt a lot of pain and a lot of people. I had to learn that I can't depend on people to heal me. Um, that I can't expect people to heal me like they claim they will. People talk a very good game and disappoint the hell out of you. So I just that's why I said, defense got colder. the more that I stay in the field. All offense like cola, the more that I grind and build. I'm from the OHIO for real. I said that in Maria, and what I was saying, like defense got colder the more I stay in the field. Like I'm more defensive. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm gonna yell at you defensive, but I used to be. Um, but I just became more people aware, more
Yeah.
aware of how people rocking and how they moving, and I had to stop expecting people to move like me, um, and be upfront and blunt and real. I had to stop expecting that because that's not how a lot of people are. A lot
So
of people are just frauds. They're just frauds.
how was that man
So
and the artist though? You know what I mean? Like, and knowing that you have real friendships. So say you got a friend, right, and you do a song. Do are you expecting them to be like, yo, that shit was trash? Like, or
my
they only
friends
gonna
are actually brutally honest. My friend, especially AT, my
mm,
friends are music people, and they always look at it as a listener. They don't look at it as a friendship. They look at it as a listener, and they be like, "That was cool." I mean, that beat was all right. Like they'll tell me before I even record it because I run it past them before I even record it. So, like at one time, like Mike Jones honestly was supposed to go different, because I had it mixed and mastered, like last year, and the
I,
dude made it all techno, and I didn't love it, and they were like, it's cool, like it's cool, but that's not the reaction I wanted. Cool? It
mm,
ain't cool, Nick. What you mean? It ain't cool. Nah, we about to get this. We about to make this a banger. So I re-recorded it at Spider, and you know, my homie Jr. He like mixed and mastered that perfectly in the way I wanted it. I want that like that bass bumping the way I wanted it. I didn't want no techno or house music type of vibe.
yeah.
So because that's not what the tape was. Like how do I even do that? So um it did sound good the way it was, but like I didn't want that personally. So um yeah, that's really all it was. Just
You think fake friends get exposed when you try to chase your dreams more? Like,
they
but,
I realized, and you know what's crazy? I only been in the game. I only been in this game for like 2.5 years. So
mm,
it's like, but I realized like my happiness was bothering people. I realized like people that like they haven't been my friend for a long time, but they be around me. I realized my happiness was bothering them. I used to get so excited about things and like wanted to share with people and stuff, and then I realized like, and then they didn't like react like they were happy for me. They were just like, oh yeah, that's cool, like whatever. I realized that my success and me being happy about what I was doing was bothering them because most of them weren't doing anything to really establish themselves in the industry.
so
And
they'll be
I felt like,
little, like, I see your little shit going, or I see your little song, or you know,
yeah,
output.
yeah, I see you out here doing it. Oh, you still grinding? What you mean I'm still grinding? Oh, I'm still grinding. What, you expect me not to keep grinding, my G? Like what that mean? Like you mean what? Yeah, I heard your song, man. It was pretty cool, but you showed no love to it. Like I realized like my happiness was just bothering people. So I had to like kind of silence a little bit on my happiness. Unless it's like in an interview, I'm definitely gonna show it off. But I had to chill out on like being overly expressive around people because people were just like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Like if they're not happy with the way that things are going with their career, they would just be like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? And then I had people be cool with me once things start popping off with them. And it's just like, okay, we're not competing, my nigga, but if you think, I guess. Like,
Is it hard being an artist knowing that like you gonna have big riders on you until you make it, right? And then you go have haters on you until you make it. They just and the haters go be on you just to be like, yo, I was with you when you make it, or if you don't make it, they gonna be like, see, I told you so. Is it pressure recording, like knowing I can't stop because I know I get haters now as an artist?
oh
Like,
yeah, I definitely like
oh, yo,
the
pause.
haters don't bother me, and the people that are waiting for me to blow up to show me love don't bother me because I know you're watching. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is at the end of the day. But I realize a lot of like verified accounts watch my story and stuff and try to like, I don't know, like they just be like, listen, like some people listen to my music and don't tell me they listen to music until like they see me in person. They're like, "Yeah, I heard your project and it was fire." Blah 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 blah. Like they wait until they see me in person to tell
Mm-hmm.
me they mess with my music or something. But the haters don't really bother me. They're more predictable, more say. So it is what it is. But yeah.
So what would be something that you would tell to a up and coming artist? You know, with that's dealing that that's dealing with the hate or that just want to become a rapper. What would you tell that comes with this as an artist?
I would tell any artist to just be professional. People are really going to test your patience like crazy. They're going to be a lot of people in the industry feel very entitled to your time, or they feel very entitled just to be the way they are. I would just tell you keep it professional, keep it moving, and know your worth, and know what you're trying to do, and realize and don't limit yourself, especially in your own area. Don't limit yourself. If someone doesn't like you in your area that has helped other people but won't help you, expand your brain and go somewhere else. Like, don't just think that's it. Don't think that that's all that's there. There's someone you're going to run across that's going to love you and love your music and love your grind and respect your grind and want to build with you. Don't limit yourself. I promise you. I've been through it multiple times where people just they don't care for me, and they didn't want to help me with certain things because they either feared that I was going to be bigger than their friend, or they feared that I was going to be bigger than them, or
Mm-hmm.
they feared that I could really do it and they might not get a cut. That's what people fear. But I always take my talents elsewhere. If
Yeah,
you feel like you can't do it, you're not the only resource. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? There's someone that's gonna like you. So I don't want anyone to feel like they gotta limit themselves or ride someone's wave in order to elevate. Someone's gonna believe in you. So just keep being you. That's what I would tell any artist. Just keep being you. Keep being you. Be true to yourself. Be respectful. Be mindful. Be cautious and be professional. That's what I would say. I feel just that's the biggest thing a lot of independent artists at first struggle with is being professional, be mindful.
yeah.
Um, Sometimes you're not the problem. It's just they're stuck in their ways and it's worked out for them. So just do you, and move somewhere else. That's what
Oh,
I would say.
so all right. Getting back to you, I wanted to know, listening to the music, was it more pressure dropping Alter Ego, Harvest Hooligan, or Pay Stub?
It was more pressure. Um, I don't know. I feel like I would say Harvest Hooligan was more pressure.
Mm,
Harvest Hooligan was more pressure because that project's true to
yeah.
myself, and that was the deal breaker of like getting a fan base. That one right there got the fans or
Mm-hmm.
the supporters that I like was yearning for. That project still gets. I mean, all three of them. I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
Still get plays to this day and still get streamed like crazy. I feel like because of Harvest Hooligan, Pay Stub wouldn't have got as much love because of Harvest Hooligan. I feel like neither tapes would have, because like Alter Ego, it was struggling to get up there. But the
Mm,
moment I dropped Harvest Hooligan, a second body of work, that
yeah.
made them resort back to Alter Ego. And that made more people love Alter Ego and appreciate Alter Ego because they were like, she dropped Harvest Hooligan, gave us this from this.
And
What?
you the growth is well, like it's raw because it was bangers, but you can see the growth. So is that what you try to do? Like
Mm-hmm.
how Kendrick like do they albums, like no album sounds the same. Like when I listen to Pay Stub, I don't get Alter Ego vibes. When I listen to Alter
No,
Ego, I get
you
Har-
You
again,
don't get Harvest Hooligan. Yes, that's the point. I don't want the same repetitive stuff. It works out for some people. That does not mean it will work out for me. I'm too
mm,
technical. I'm way too different moods. And Pay Stub has actually every project, honestly, has every single mood. You know what I mean? Has a different mood for it. So I feel like even the tracks aren't repetitive, and that's what I love. that's what I love. Because even I listen to my music and I'm like, none of it's repetitive. I'm so proud of like
Yeah.
really how I was feeling different days, and I put it into a project, and then boom, and then now people love this, and I love it. I love that they love it because I love it. So it's like you guys got good ears.
So I want to know now, um, what was the meaning because you got a meaning behind every song you got. So honestly, what was the meaning behind the title of the albums? Like, Alter Ego, Pay Stub, and Harvest Hooligan. What was the meaning behind that?
The meaning behind alter ego was I was becoming a new person. Like I was becoming a person I always wanted to be, and I scared myself into not being it until now. And my alter ego, that's why I said my alter ego taking over me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like my alter ego. Everybody sees their alter ego as the bad guy. I see it as the good guy. I see it as the good guy that's been trying to get out and doesn't care about approval and does them happily and is learning a new wave of music. That's what I feel like my uncle did.
Okay. So what about Harvest Hooligan?
Harvest Hooligan, I would grew up on Harvest Drive, and my birthday is in November, so that's harvesting season. So that's the point of harvest. And then hooligan is because I got in trouble a lot. I was in and out the courtrooms since I was like 16 years old, in and out the courtrooms and stuff, and just dealing with issues. Didn't know if I wanted to choose the streets or choose like a different path. And, I didn't want to go to school anymore. Um,
Hmm.
so dropped out of college, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was lost. So I was doing street stuff and then I was like, this can't be it. This is not like constantly, this can't be it. Like, there's got to be something. So thank God for LB having me in the studio, and just pushing me into trying something else. Um, and it just took off from there. And then I linked up with like another rapper, and he like taught me some things how to like improve myself as an artist, like my image and stuff, and like how I carry myself like an artist, and I just took it from there. I just been learning and trying to be teachable with people. So, that was the point of Hooligan and Pay Stub. Pay Stub. The reason for Pay Stub is I was sticking to Paradise because I had went to Cali for the first time, did two shows, and like my bedroom was the master bedroom, and I had like two doors open to the sky and like the backyard, and I
Yeah.
was just thinking, yo, this is paradise. Like I'm like, this ain't a vacation, this is a business trip, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, like I'm really looking at palm trees. Like I ain't looked at palm trees at all. Like wow, for
Yeah.
so long. Yo, I'm in Cali. Like, let me enjoy this breeze. I'm at the beach. It's emotional as hell out there. Like, I'm at the beach just chilling, writing music. I was writing Paradise, and I was writing Mike Jones out in Cali and
Mhm.
stuff. And
That
I
hook
I was
crazy.
writing huh?
I said that hook was crazy on Mike Jones. It was
Yeah, I appreciate that. I was writing um Mike Jones of Paradise out in Cali. I finished it in Florida because I went to Florida 2 weeks later for another business trip. I went to Florida 2 weeks later.
yeah.
Met up with my CAT, used that time, analyzed that time. I finished Paradise. I recorded it. I brought all my studio stuff with me, so I recorded it in Florida. Um, and then I like did I wrote everything, motivated in Florida and Cali, and then I like wrote and finished those songs when I got back to Ohio, and then I like recorded it in my little studio, and I knew how I wanted to come off, and then I took it to a big stew, and then it just went from there, and then I recorded the whole EP um at Spider Studios. I recorded the whole EP there.
Yeah.
Faye, Phrase, not Phrase, but Phase and JR. They just mixed and mastered it, and then it became the project. And then JR did his thing on the cover art. So many when I dropped the cover art, got so much love on that.
Cover
Um,
art calls you in with the green cover
Yeah,
art.
the green. I'm on the beach with a Tesla and pay stubs. It's not money. I could have flexed money. I could have made the concept about money, but it's really about that pay stub. The point of pay stub is it's on you. It's on your grind for you to make it out. So that's the point of pay stub. Pay stub is Like without that pay stub, you ain't getting nowhere. You know what I mean? You ain't you not. You need your pay stub to be right to take you
Right.
to paradise. You know what I mean? And and I was thinking about a Maria, like, oh man, like when life get better, like I'm gonna spoil me a Maria. So that's why I was like, oh, just got me and Maria. Like, you know what I mean? So um that's the point of Maria, and then Paradise, and then Mike Jones. Like, you know, people don't love you until like you really make it. Like we were just discussing, people don't love you until like you really popping. So you
Yeah.
really popping. So that's the point of Mike Jones. Because I was listening to Mike Jones, like all winter. I was listening to Mike Jones tape.
It was in
Um,
your mind. Right.
yeah, I was listening to Mike Jones like that whole time. So that's why I like made the song Mike Jones. Because I was like, yo, he really was like fitting. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's real. So I just, you know, transform it into my own song. And then you know, paid in full. You know, my dad, he used to be, you know, used to be back in the past, you know, handling stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
um that's what motivated me. If you look at the cover of the single, it's a picture of him, and that was when he was in jail. That's when you were allowed to have like your own clothes in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in jail in that picture, and then it was me in my 6'4", and then we combined it, and then we made Paid in Full cover. Um, so shout out to Art by All, but
I
yeah.
was.
So
Oh, you got some dope album cover art for real. Like
I
every
make sure it's what matches. We got another project on the way. Me and
bro,
Jr. Me and
you know
Jr. collab, and
it.
you're gonna love this. I'll give a little sneak. If you love boom bap, just know to look out for that. That's all I gotta say. If
All
you
right.
love old school vibes,
Wait,
if
is
you love
this
that,
is this some is this some cloth bomb right here?
yeah,
Like
soft bomb, man.
it's
If
a
you
cloth.
love,
All right,
if you,
y'all heard it. Y'all heard it
I'm
here.
telling you, I'm giving you a little, you know, a little.
Exclusive. You only get exclusives at Cloth Talk. For
Yep, you
real.
do. You do. You do. Yeah. So be on the lookout. We're looking at the fall. We're gonna be dropping another. I'm gonna be dropping another one, and this vibe is different. So I
Okay.
promise y'all, if y'all thought Paste Up was it, it's not. It's not. It's not. And the cover for that gonna be fire, man. Just wait. Just
All
wait.
right.
I can't tell you what type of cover, but it's gonna be fire, man.
So what inspired your name? Like where did your name come from?
I was born with that name. That's my actual name.
That name was just meant to be an artist. Like, is it like
My name actually at first, my
I
rap name first was Queen Nell, Kween, and then Nell. But me and my homie Mike, we looked at each other and he was like, "No, I didn't understand the meaning of that name. Why don't you just make it your name?" And I'm like, I have to think about it. Like, this is before Alter Ego drop. I was Queen Nell, my SoundCloud heavy days.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So before Alter Ego drop, my name's Chanelle Kazadi, and a lot of people struggle to say my last name because it's Italian and stuff and it's foreign. But um, you know, I just ride with it because that makes them want to know me even more. So
It's like, but
I got,
it's I like the
my mom
Kazai.
did a great job. My mom did a great job. But Chanelle Kazadi is my name. Chanelle Kazadi is my actual name. You Google me, all that stuff. It's my actual name, and I love it. I love that. I love my name, I'm glad it's my name because ain't nobody in the industry got that name.
Mm-mm.
You don't got that name. Like they might have Chanel, but it's always mixed with someone else's
Yeah,
wave or someone else's.
yours, something like that. The typical like that, like Chanel.
Yeah, like it's actually my name. Like my name could like people like mix their names with like legends or something. Like you
Mm.
know what I mean, and just try to write off that wave and make it their own. But this is my all new wave. This is all me.
I got a cloth question for you right here.
What's up?
Do you feel like, with the image that you portray as an artist, that people um put you into the young mom box category where they don't even give you a chance as an artist?
Um,
They
I
just
feel like what this is my thing. And Young M.A, she don't really like people, and she
yeah.
don't really like. I don't see her like really like showing love to like studs and stuff, but I'll show love to her and let the world know if she didn't rap, I wouldn't be here
Mm,
because I was not comfortable even being in the music because I didn't think they even accepted that at all. Being
okay.
in there with the league of dudes, because it's a male dominated industry, and I feel like the only females they were rocking with was Megan the Stallion types, or Nicki Minaj. I felt like they weren't really rocking with females that were true to themselves and really like, you know what I mean? And
Mm,
I realized probably the reason why people weren't comfortable with that is because what women were rapping about. So they were like, "What are you gonna rap about? Like, if that's how women rap now, how are you gonna rap any different?"
yeah.
But I feel like when I saw Young M.A make it off the Chirac like freestyle and she went viral with that, um, and then she made Ooh, back in what was it,
Yeah,
2016?
yeah, I want to say it's 16 area. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. When she made Ooh, I was like, yo, this song like hard. She made a song dudes and women can vibe to and stuff. So I was like, yo, that's pretty dope. I was like, it's possible. And she made it in and she's had platinum on platinum on platinum and sold out concerts and stuff. And I'm just like, and I'm not saying I want to be like her. I'm just saying if it wasn't for her
Yeah.
doing encouraging step, I wouldn't have been comfortable to express myself in my own way. I wouldn't have. But I'm happy that she made that move because that led and then we got Cash Page now. We got Cody Shane and we got freaking Rico's not gay, but like she comes off like it. So you know what I mean? So it's just like we got these different female artists that are true to themselves, expressing themselves in different ways, and they're gay. And it's just like, and they're doing them, and so many males are supporting now, in the underground industry and
You think
stuff like that.
you
So
think that? Oh my bad. Keep going. Cut
no,
you
go
off.
ahead. You're good.
You think the tide is turned to from now it's like, oh, she's a gay artist and now she's just the artist that's just gay.
I feel like a lot of males are intimidated by me, being the way I am, just because like I'm true to myself, and a lot of them are cappers.
Mm,
And so when you come around somebody who really live in the life they rap about and they really true to themselves and they don't give a fuck, it's kind of like intimidating for people that don't know who they want to be yet and don't and aren't ready to really create their own vibe and wave. They right now they just riding. So
mm,
I realized like I could be a little intimidating to a lot of male artists or rappers or whatever,
mm.
there could be. Um, but I'm not intimidated to creatives. Creatives love me. If you're a true creative, we will connect. People want to connect more with a creative. They're creative. I feel like for people who don't know who they want to be and what they're trying to do, it can be a little. I can be a little intimidating. I can. Me and my friends, because anybody I kick it with is gonna be level headed just like me and about their stuff just like me. That's all who I surround myself with.
Mm.
So I feel like, um,
Where did that come? Like like the headstrongness. Who instilled that in you, or just over time? It
over
just
time I had to grow up. I had to grow up. I did. I didn't have it always figured out, and my hustle wasn't always intact. I got distracted by some stupid stuff like partying and living for the moment. But when you broke all the time, you dead broke. You can't always be like celebrating. What you celebrating, dude? Like,
right. It's selling fruit.
what you celebrating? Why you out at a party and your bank account not over a band? Like, what are you celebrating, my G? Like, you keep getting in trouble. You broke. You keep getting in trouble. You doing all these stupid ass things. Like, what are you out at the club for? You have nothing to celebrate. You're really not happy. So I had to like grow up and change my mindset and realize like I do need to get that bag and maybe take some time off and figure out what I need to do. And it was a struggle. I ain't gonna lie. Having charges on your record sucks, but when give it time, just try to be level headed as best as you can, things turn out great. So
Or
this,
what's some
this
advice? What's some advice you would give to somebody with a record? Then
ain't
I
no
got felony. I don't know what the fuck to do. You know, we hear them excuses all the time. So, what's
I Anybody with a record, man, I feel you. I feel you. You get tested hard on patience. You get
mhm.
tested so hard. I can't tell you how to feel and what to do. I just find a grind that's legal, and that will let you do what you need to do to make that money. Um, I mean, do what you got to do to survive. I can't even say anything like when you get that record and everything not going your way, you trying to change. It's so hard. So I can't really like tell somebody what they need to do because you don't know what situation they could be in. Honestly, I would just say just keep your head up. That's my best advice. Keep your head up because I don't I don't know what else to tell you besides that. Keep your head up. Just keep your head up.
I got some fan,
Keep it
I got
up.
I got some fan questions for you. These is called the quick hitter clause. Quick hitter clause right here. Fa-
Hey, let's go.
Favorite movies.
The Wood, Boys in
Cer-
the Hood,
Okay.
and Juice.
Cereal or oatmeal.
Cereal, Fruity Pebbles.
Oreos or cookies.
I don't really like sweets. Oreos.
Uh, all right, so I was gonna say cake or pie, but no cake or
Pie.
okay pie. You stuck on the island. You got five mandatory foods you can bring. You could bring five foods with you, but you stuck on the island for a whole year.
hmm
Bring.
I would have a mango growing tree. I would have uh strawberries. Um,
Okay.
bring some steak with me. Some steak for show. Some spinach. Okay, where am I at?
You got that's four, so we got
Fruits.
five.
Fruit growing tree. Let me put it all one. Fruit growing tree,
Okay.
steak, some spinach,
Okay.
um,
We got
hmm,
two more.
a goat. So first some goat meat
Okay.
and some white rice.
Okay. Oh yeah. So for the goat, you gotta have the. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay. Cool. Wait.
yeah.
Goat. That you like Caribbean food? You from the islands? What's that?
My mother is from Congo, so I grew up eating um goat and steak and I'm a meat eater for real, but
Mm,
I grew up with Caribbean foods. Yeah,
yeah, I
she
love
made Caribbean.
jerk oxtails. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah. She made a lot of Caribbean, so we ate as best as we could when we had money for it.
favorite music video.
Um,
So one of your favorites. I know it's kind of hard to put one at the top, but what's the music video that
I
you be?
think Kanye's "My Twisted Dark Fantasy,"
Oh, the
"My
fan.
Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy" long film. That's my favorite.
Oh, he
Yep,
was that bad with that.
yep. I think that's my favorite.
I,
I think that's the one I could watch forever and not get bored.
I would remember watching that. I remember watching Heartless when I was like in the seventh grade, and I'm like, damn, I wasn't even heartbreaking, but I'm like, damn, this
Could
video
you
so
be so heartless? Yeah,
how heart was broke.
yeah. I think that was his best film. I think he took his time on that and snapped. I think he did. I think also Can't Tell Me Nothing. That was his best one. Um and
Like, Kanye mind on the music video side, like he probably, I say him and ASAP. Cause ASAP Rocky to me got some underrated music videos, but like Kanye to me probably like my favorite artist as a music video creator. If that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, he's genius. He had Heartless was smart putting it in cartoon because that made everybody want to put their music videos in cartoon.
Yeah. So he be.
Honestly, he killed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So, dang, I done lost the questions. I think we done ran out of. Oh, superhero power. What would it be?
Teleportation.
Okay. Favorite cartoon growing up?
Um, hmm. I'm a big kid, so I had a lot of cartoons, but I would say
In the
One
past.
Piece, Kids Next Door. Kids Next Door was my stuff.
Okay. All right, cool. And so,
Uh-huh.
all right, and before we get out of here, anything want to say to the fans? Any special messages you want to get out? Or we get
Hey yo, like I said before, keep your head up, do you? If you're a fan of my music, just keep streaming my music. You gonna be able to brag very soon. Just stay true.
where
Just
can
keep supporting, man, and I won't disappoint you. You know what I mean? I won't disappoint you. So just stay true to me, man. Keep telling everybody I'ma blow up. Keep telling everybody that because I love it and you love it, and I'm glad I'm giving you music to the point you want to keep doing that. So keep telling everybody you listen to me, and keep telling everybody they need to get hip because eventually you're gonna prove them wrong, and I'm gonna prove them wrong with you, and we gonna grow. That's all I'm gonna say. Like just keep
Club?
Hula Gang forever and get your merch. I got the merch. Go to the Hooligan Clothing.
Where can we follow you at? No,
Follow
what's
me, Instagram, Spotify, all that at Chanelle Kazadi. ChanelleKazadi. Keep following me. Keep doing. Keep supporting. Keep sharing my content. All that. Much love to everybody. Hooligan forever, forever. Cloth talk, baby. You got that exclusive today.
let's get it. Once again, everybody, I want to thank y'all for watching. We got the
Yep.
one Chanelle Kazadi. Y'all already know what the vibes is. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Club!